Kimberly is a TwFP MVP.
Hi friends, host Eric here, talking with Spanish people. And if you're like me, you love colorful charts and diagrams. I have one for you here. I'm going to share the screen so we can all enjoy the wonder, the majesty, and the good fortune of this fantastic, highly important table. Alright, so you'll note here in the box of learnables that at the top row there I give you basically a breakdown of the nature of each of the functions. So the physical, the metaphysical functions, or the metaphysical functions we call them for short, are NE, NI, FE, and TI. That's metaphysical action, metaphysical knowing, and objective evaluation. The physical functions, the ones that convert metaphysical realities into physical realities, are SE, SI, FI, and TE. That's physical action, metaphysical knowing, physical action, physical knowing, physical valuing, and physical systems. So the epistemologies are SI and NI. You can know physically or you can know metaphysically. The actions NE or SE, you can act metaphysically or you can act physically. The objective metrics, you can evaluate people's motivations objectively via FE, or you can evaluate systems, the logical consistency objectively via TI. And the subjective metrics, FI and TE, you can evaluate people from your own motivational standpoint, your own valuing standpoint, and you can evaluate systems against your own desired outcomes as the metric. Those are the two subjective metrics. Now, if you look at the types, then you can understand each of them as a ratio of metaphysical and physical. The way I made this ratio is very simple. If you have it in the first slot, you get 4 points. Second slot, 3 points. Third slot, 2 points. Fourth slot, 1 point. Okay. So when you do that and you assign the ratios accordingly, I left them unreduced because I wanted to point something out. That your dual type is color coded there. So for ENP, you'll see that tannish color, tannish light yellow color is also indicated there for ISFJ. And the one divergent function, the P in each of them is the same. It's the SI. It's in the opposite spot. So 9-to-1 goes with 6-to-4. It maintains the 3-to-1 ratio that's natural to all people in terms of their metaphysical and physical orientation. Everyone has 3 of one and 1 of the other. So a dual relationship has that same ratio, that same symmetry to it. But note also your foe type, that is to say, somebody you can understand but who competes in your similar niche in a way, is ESTP. That's the same 3-to-1 ratio. So you can see that for each of the types there, that in the dual relationship it adds up to 15-to-5 or a 3-to-1 ratio, and so too with the foe relationship. So the people you identify most as an inherent complementary ally to you in life, they fit that ratio, and so too the individuals you see mostly as the expression of similarity that you don't identify with. So, like I said, you can use those color coding to see who the duals for everybody is. So for example, ISTJ, they have a 9-to-1 ratio in terms of physical instead of metaphysical, and they are duals with the 6-to-4 physical type ENFP. So that again, you hit that 15-to-5 ratio, which collapses to 3-to-1. Note their enemy type or their foe type that's similar enough that they can identify with them, but different enough that they see them as doing everything wrong, basically, is INTJ. So if you have an ISTJ and INTJ hang out together for long enough, they'll start to despise each other. But if you have an ISTJ and ENFP hang out long enough, they'll become best friends or get married, depending on their respective genders or sexual orientation and stuff like that. So I just wanted to show this chart here and to suggest that individuals can know a lot about the way other individuals act by looking at this ratio in the order of operations here. So if we got the 15:5 ratio and it's the same P in a different spot, then great. If it's the opposite P, in other words, my action is the opposite action of the other actor here, ESTP, that's when you have conflict. So it's like this: share an epistemology, different spot, great. This one, opposite action function, bad. This one, share an epistemology, great. Opposite action function, bad. INTP and ISTP will start to hate each other like ENTP and ESTP. This one, ENFJ and ISTP, share an action function, great. Have the opposite action function, in other words, NE, bad news. ESFJ, ENFJ probably shouldn't get along very well if they know each other for long. And so too with ESFP and INTJ. So too with ISTJ and ENFP. So too with ESFP and ENFP. So too with ISFP and INFP. So too with ESTJ and ENTJ. And that's to be noted about your type, that they're called your look-alike type in socionics, intertype relations. But I think a better way to call them is it's like the dark side version of you. So ENTP to ESTPs is the dark side version of them. The thing that keeps interfering with their straightforward understanding of stuff. And vice versa for us. ESTP is the ones who keep clumsily ham-fisting their way through complicated matters. So there you go, box of learnables, intro to TwFP taxonomy typing. Remember, it's all about the physical and the metaphysical, baby. It's all about the physical and the metaphysical. Without further ado, I shall open the floor if anybody has any comments they'd like to make. Blah blah. I don't know what I'm getting at either, Susie. It's a complicated matter. Okay, thanks for watching. Do not forget to eat plenty of cheese.